record.
That's fine. Hello, everyone.
How can you see who's here?
So nobody's here yet because I just started it, but it should show on StreamYard. You should have a little thing. It'll show you on our end. I think it'll show you. I can see it, but it might be because it's my StreamYard.
It's probably that. It's okay. I'll just have blind faith.
Yes.
Can I talk on camera or should I not to my godless?
Yeah, I can see you on both real good. You look real
Yeah.
cute. You look real cute. I'm still in class on my other phone.
Yes, class.
We are multitasking.
I'm gonna be a
Hello.
little leaked over for a moment, y'all. All right. Just give me a minute.
Right. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Say hey when you come in so we know who's here. We can't see who the guests are. Hello, hello. Say hey so we know you're here watching. I know there's people in the coven aren't joining yet because we're still in the coven class. So they'll be joining us as soon as it's done. Class ran a little bit late.
I'm getting on Facebook.
Oh yeah, I'm about to do that with my phone so that I can see, because we can't see the Facebook users.
Right.
Facebook user. All right, we're gonna give it like one more minute and we're gonna get started, whether they in here or not. They could just see it when they see it.
You know what? I'ma still do what Hugon said and go live.
Oh, it's in there already. It's in there.
I know, but I'ma still put the link for his in there too. Just
okay.
Because that's what I had said I would do.
Oh, I'm in the wrong me. Let's go to my profile. Whew. I can see us. Hey, somebody's watching. A couple people are watching now, since we're in 3 different places. Say hey, y'all, so we know who's watching. We're going to get started in like 30 seconds. As soon as Mambo gets that thing up that she needs to get up, we are going to go.
It's always me.
No, it's fine.
It is always me.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yay. Okay, so let's see.
Just double checking, making sure everything is in here. Yeah.
Yeah, I see I see where you posted yours. So I don't like this Zoom. Okay. I'm gonna just be in one place, okay? I want to give all of my attention.
Oh, you ended the meeting, but you weren't recording it.
Rough out here for a pimp, baby.
You want to restart it? We can do that real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you want to restart it, or we were just going to give Hugon the link to this and he can remix it, flip it down, reverse it?
We can restart.
Okay. Gives people a chance to get in. I know it's Father's Day.
Oh, I looked down. It was 444. Yes. Come on here.
Oh, at the time?
Mm-hmm. The time on the recording?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Are you just gonna restart that same meeting?
Hmm.
Are you just gonna restart that same meeting, or do you
Did
have
I
to
do?
create a new meeting link
Did
for
I?
the Zoom?
Oh my God. Oh, that's me. Okay, that's you. I see yours. I don't see one for mine. I don't think it ever went through.
Oh, the Zoom.
Yeah, you know, it's me.
It's
It's definitely me. It is not technology. What is? Oh, child, these children. Oh,
it's
let,
always the children. Hey, everybody! I see people in here now. Say hey.
hi.
Say hey, so we know who's here. Good evening. Let me log in so I can see who's talking to us.
I'm glad you can see.
I will be able to here momentarily. Let me get back into the group.
I want to see beautiful, beautiful names
Right.
that are
I love
Facebook
names.
users.
That was Danielle. Hi, Danielle.
I'm gonna hold my phone because it gets my better angles up here, honey. The rest is a work in progress.
Hi, Danielle.
Wait a minute. Where was I last time? Was I on my computer last time? Yeah, cause see, I don't like this. I don't like having to hold it. No, I need to do
Oh, I
something
gotta
else.
stand.
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna join from my laptop. I'm gonna
Good
get off
to
of
see
this.
you too, Danielle.
I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna come right back because I'm not feeling this phone.
Okay.
All right.
I got a class going on at the same time, y'all. We multitasking today. But this is going to be part two of Misconceptions of ATR. If you did not watch the first part, if you're watching from one of the groups, the videos in the group, if you're watching from my YouTube, just go to, if you go to my channel and go to live, all the lives, all my list of lives will be there. And you will be able to rewatch
Yes, yes,
Mambo
yes.
back
Much
all
better.
her glory,
Yes, yes.
looking fine.
Y'all might see my children behind me. You know, these little ancestors over here like to cut up.
My children are distracted by pizza, so I'm safe.
You know, we ate pizza in the car
Oh, okay.
because Mambo has been moving again. I stay on the move, y'all.
That's good. You don't look
It's really
special.
good. It's really good. It's really good.
Oh wait, here comes my small person.
He was like, ah,
Go eat your pizza, child. Love you.
hey. What kind of pizza is it? Is the question.
Little Caesars.
Oh yeah, mine just had the same thing. So in alignment today.
Yeah, because it's
Little
easy.
Caesars is the spot, y'all. Clearly, go get you some Little Caesars. They not paying us yet for these promotions, but I want them coins,
Listen,
Caesar,
I want.
and I want some Caesar salad. It's
Ooh, that sounds good.
now I got to go back to the store. Oh my gosh.
I'm not. I'm not. Mm-mm. I was at the cemetery today to see my grandfather for Father's
Yes,
Day. I'm
grandfather.
not. Mm-mm, I'm not. I took my father's ashes, not all of them, but I took a little bit, and I dug a hole at my grandfather's funeral and put some of my dad's ashes in the hole. And I had an Obatala offering that apparently needed to go with that, and so I had to put that in the hole too, and then cover the hole back up, do some more prayers, pour some gin, and I exhausted, exhausted,
Mm-hmm.
exhausted. But I haven't been there since he was put in there. I was a child when he died, so and his cemetery is kind of far. It's not close. It's not close. But I found his obituary, and I found out what cemetery he was buried at, and
Uh-huh.
his cemetery, because it's a memorial cemetery, they actually have it online. They'll tell you where the gravestone is. So I was able to find it real easy. I
Aw.
didn't have to search because nobody knows my dad died. I don't have contact with my grandfather's wife. And my dad was the only child and I was my dad's only child. So there's nobody else that would know. So it was nice. It was very nice. I took pictures, cried like a baby.
I can tell you the wretchosity of my family, baby. Woo, shit.
Richie.
Just know I'm doing a lot of
Healing.
retrieving. Retrieving.
Oh, retrieving. Okay. We're retrieving. All right. So
Yes, Lord. Who is this? I missed the other day. I'm glad I caught this one. Oh,
that was Danielle, I think.
hi,
Omi Yemi is watching too. Hi, Omi Yemi. You are
Hi,
missed.
Omi.
You are missed.
Oh, I cannot wear this black. Wait a minute. I'm about to. I'm sorry. I'm not.
What you got on this black?
I had on a hair tie. I always get caught.
Oh.
It's a hair tie that I get in trouble with every time.
Oh. I have a purple rubber band in my hair right now. So.
See? But that's okay. But not for me.
It's a purple rubber band.
You see, I got this. Hold on. This blue behind me. My blankie. Blankie got to come everywhere.
Well, if I was outside, I'd probably have on a blanket too.
I just can't afford to get this here precious white dirty now.
All I wear is white, so.
See, no. I'm not there. And that's.
So let's talk about that. So wait. I'm Omoworare Ogbonyomi. I am a goddaughter of Priestess Iyanifa Oshun Funke. I said that in wrong order. I am staff at BSN, Orisha Hoodoo Institute, the founder of Enchanted Vibes and co-owner of Vibe and High, all around badass, and my beautiful, wonderful, amazing, intelligent, resilient, brilliant co-host is
I am Mambo Marinet. I am the owner of Radiant Intuition. I am here in these streets with these kids, baby.
Listen.
And I have to mother and priestess and hostess and many other titles.
It's Father's Day, so we gave them a break and we have the kids. There we go. That's what we're saying today. It's Father's Day. We're gonna take
it is Father's Day, and to all of the fathers,
yes,
salute you.
Yes,
we thank you. We love you.
Yes, appreciate
very much. So
yes, all of that.
And I hope that those feelings are reciprocated back to you.
Yes.
Because if it is not, come see us. www.voodooinstitute.com/Marinet, MARINET.
I don't know what
us as in me and my spiritual core, and us as in me and the other priestesses.
Yes.
We're both on Voodoo Institute.
We're both on Voodoo Institute. There's Ancestral Life Path readings are on sale. For
$100.
$100 because it's Juneteenth tomorrow. So get you an Ancestral Life Path reading. Mambo, are you also on BlackSpectrumNetwork.com? Okay. I'm not either. I was just asking. Our godparents are, though.
Yes. If you need to see where I come from,
yes.
Mambo say,
yes,
she is my godmother.
And
of course, everybody knows she my heart. That's my girl. Don't come for her, though.
Oh, we're not finna play with her.
Don't do that.
She's technically my egg babe because we did the Ella initiation together.
Like it's not a good.
We're not about to play about her. Just making that clear. So
Clear that air, baby.
clear the air. So I'm always wearing white right now. That is a requirement from my ancestors. Mambo is wearing white today. Um, but it's not always a requirement of everyone. And I get this question all the time. They ask me, is this religious? Yes, it is, but it is not a requirement of everyone. I also don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do the things because of the requirements of my ancestors. And so this type of practice is it's a community practice, but it's also very individual at the same time. My requirements from my spiritual court are different than what Mambo's requirements are from her spiritual court. The things that I have to do, my routine is different. Both also have two different pantheons. So I am mostly Orisha centered, whereas Mambo is mostly Haitian voodoo centered. But we do intermingle. We have interdisciplinary practice where I've been in voodoo classes. She's been in Orisha classes. It is highly encouraged that you work with the spirits that want to work with you. I have been mounted by a loa in the middle of a floor doing all this. Yeah, that happened. Twice I've been mounted by a loa. So even though that's not really my practice, the loa still show up for me and protects me in ways whether I know it or not. So, and that's because of my actual DNA. I have, I almost said it wrong. I'm Sierra Leonean and Nigerian. Those are the two biggest things. And so I got all the magic in me, baby. I may be light skinned, but my DNA is black. Don't play with me. Just so we're clear. But yeah, so everybody has their own thing that they have to do. Again, a community practice. There are rules and protocols with each practice, things that you have to abide by when you're working with deity. There's things that you have to do. Dontor doesn't play. Azili Dontor doesn't play. If Azili Dontor tells her to do something, she's just finna do it, and she's not finna argue with that. If I get something from Obatala, I'm gonna just go on ahead and do it. I'm not finna argue with none of that. And so that's just how that works. But we all have our own path, our own individual path that we have to walk. And when I need assistance, I'm gonna go to one of the Mambos and I'm like, what's this mean? Because I don't know much about Haitian voodoo, but I have resources and I'm going to use those resources. And I'm gonna say, hey, Mambo Marinet, I had a dream. What does this mean? I feel like it's a little low-ish, and I don't know what to do with this information. Help me, please.
I cannot. But see, on our end, with you have many loa who are in your court. So in my court, I do work closely with certain loa. I also do work closely with Dantor, heavily closely with Dantor. But you are always focused and centered on your Metet. And your Metet is, who is there like truly supporting your destiny. So there are certain protocols and things that each loa may or may not require. There's a certain thing that we have like a regimen. It's called reglement that we do have to follow. It may not be as strict as some of the areas of Ifa, but Vodou also does come with you have to be of good character. And that within itself is strict because there are certain things that you have to hold yourself accountable to. Something as simple as what we consider maybe as simple as giving your word. If I tell Omoworare, hey, let's go live tonight. Let's do this. And then at the last minute, I hit her up. Hey, no, I ain't really feel like doing this right now. That then reflects badly on myself and my relationship that I'm forming with my met tech, because I'm out here giving my word. So that's me speaking to Omoworare and her spiritual court. Then that's Omoworare going on the platform of her godmother and her spiritual court. And then me, and then my godmother, and then her godparents. Something as simple as keeping your word can be detrimental, depending on the impact of what it is that you're supposed to show up for. So she may have to wear all white. I may wear white when I choose to, but it could be that I can't wear something else, or that I can't do something, or that I can't partake in something for a certain period of time.
That's just what
Okay.
it is.
Because it's a sacrifice that has to be made. Mm-hmm. And that sacrifice, making that sacrifice, builds energy, and it makes what's supposed to happen in your life touch down with a little bit more razzle dazzle, a little bit more pizzazz. Well, because you're willing to make certain sacrifices. It may be that that's what she has to do, but it's still that she is honoring the words that were given to her to follow. She made a covenant and an oath that this is what I am willing to do. Ain't nobody doing all that blood and all that shit. Your word is your bond, baby. Mm-hmm. These words coming out is just as powerful as me sitting here cutting my wrist. Oh, I'm bleeding, and put a little bit of blood over here, and I gotta find a quill. And knowing me, I only got a ballpoint pen. Then it's messed up. Ain't nobody got time to be out here doing all of that.
No, I don't.
Ain't nobody got time.
And because I wear all white, I don't want to, because now I got to worry about getting blood on me.
I got a splatter. How am I going to get this out?
Peroxide.
That is also true. Peroxide. Yes, I have had to use peroxide because of
children.
The people. Them people.
We love you, people. As I get side-eyed.
My people are back here. Somebody is saying no and running around. You know what? But they're not bleeding. They are breathing. They are not choking.
This child has had 2 pieces of pizza and 2 popsicles in 15 minutes. This child is happy. Okay? The child is happy.
I don't know how many times I've put chicken nuggets in the air fryer. And I'm like, really, y'all? This? I cooked.
They don't care.
Oh, but don't let somebody come over. Oh, and then we're going to show out. We're going to eat all the food and the chicken nuggets.
And the chicken nuggets. Chicken nuggets. So we talked about that. Let's talk about lazy.
Going off topics.
Let's talk about lazy spiritualists. Let's talk about.
Let's do it. Let's do it. So
now that we've talked about upholding oaths and doing what you say you're going to do and honoring the word to your spiritual court and those that walk with you, let's talk about the lazy ones. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about the ones who don't even talk to their spiritual court. They just doing stuff that they see online, taking shortcuts. Mm-hmm. They're just doing, they think that a spell is going to fix everything and they have zero actions behind the work.
I hope y'all did that fruit and them vegetables with your ancestors.
I hope so. I hope that they listen.
Did we go find the apple in the produce section?
I hope they listened to that last conversation we had about, and the many conversations that we have. Let's be honest, that we've said this a lot, that it's important to feed your spiritual court things that will be of good use to them. Fresh, cool water, you know, a fresh gin. In my case, I can only give gin. But some people, I know a lot of people, especially in Haitian voodoo, are allowed to give like rum and things like that. Brandy, depending upon your spirits. If it's somebody's birthday, like it's Father's Day. So if your father has passed and he had a certain drink that he really liked, you could offer that today as a nice little offering to your daddy or your grandpappy or your uncle, whomever really. If they had something in particular, and we mentioned this last time too, we don't want to make a habit of giving them junk food or soul food that's high in cholesterol and all those other things. However, on special occasions, those types of things are okay. Here's my small person with popsicle face. Especially like birthdays. Like I always share the birthday cake or cupcakes, whatever it is. I share that I put it on the altar, on my gungun part of the altar so that everybody gets it. But yeah, you just really use discretion and discernment, but don't make a habit of giving them fried chicken, and don't put like fortune cookies and
it's the stuff that you see on YouTube, because this ties back into the lazy spiritualists. Not everybody's ancestors accept the same offerings.
Exactly.
My ancestors like a particular kind of fruit and particular kind of vegetable. They like particular things, and they will change. I check in with them and see what's changing. But sometimes, you're doing what you see because you don't know any better. Okay. But what I will not accept is anyone who's in here, who's in that melanated witchcraft group or in the Orisha hoodoo group. You have access to so many free things. Okay. You all are not using your resources properly. And that's lazy. That's very lazy. It's very disrespectful also to yourself and to your ancestors, because somehow you ended up on this page. Somehow you met someone who knew someone or was also on the page. If you start to look at things that happen in your life as divine connections and learn how to connect the dots, you start to also find a lot of lessons, a lot of things that you may have overlooked. But anyway, we're not going to do that because somebody need a book of reading with me. But but yeah, it's just lazy. And laziness is why when you have access to all of this and it's free. That's lazy.
Yes. And it's kind of like I mentioned, like a colonizer mind state, and very entitled in some ways, because people feel like everything should be free, and absolutely it shouldn't. And they feel
the
like
rituals. Whoever was in that little Facebook chat, I don't know what your name is, Miss Baby. Don't do that shit no more.
Free ritual is not a thing. We're not doing rituals for free.
Not a thing. Ain't nobody doing. Well, hold up. Let me backtrack. Under advisement from, in my case, would be a particular Loa. If I'm working with said Loa and through very strenuous, specifically formed questions that are well informed with Webster's dictionary to the Loa. I'm asking these questions to the Loa to ensure that I comprehending what is being said to me from my divination tool of choice that I first learned how to use on www.africanmagicschool.com because I didn't know shit about shit with shit, and I was struggling with some damn tarot cards, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck you got the cards saying. I'm gonna throw it away. But I was like, no, because you're gonna learn. You're gonna learn today. You're gonna put that on that altar, and you and his ancestors for to figure it out.
Yes.
And we thugged it with a Webster's dictionary. Because I remember one of them town hall meetings with Hugonzo, and he said that, and I was like, oh, dictionary, I didn't even think about that. So I ran over to Dollar Tree, got a dictionary, and I was like, I want this Dollar Tree dictionary. I got on Amazon, ordered a very nice dictionary, and put it up there to my ancestors, because I'm like, I'm not going to give y'all no Dollar Tree dictionary. We're going to get us a nice dictionary that's like, got a little nice binding on it, and best. And I like things, I don't. This ain't my house.
Bougie.
I am bougie in my mind, baby, and we just manifesting all of this bougie coming out, baby. Third eye bougie, but we gonna get there. We're gonna get there, one apple at a time.
One apple at a time.
One apple at a time, baby. One apple. I will eat the whole bag.
I'm looking at a bag right now.
Go to the Melanated Witchcraft group. Go to the files. Go find the the Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs book.
Mm-hmm.
That's in there by Scott Cunningham. Read what you can do with an apple. But then take your ass to African Magic School and actually learn how to enchant said apple.
If you really need a free class,
and let us know the results of you working your magic with divination, because you need to divine to see if that's what you can do.
Yes.
If you can do it,
mm-hmm.
I think that would be really nice.
Several things on my YouTube are free. And then if you go to the African Magic School and take those classes, listen, the first time I did a class with Hugon and he was telling us to enchant something, I almost cried. Because like the way he was guiding us through the enchanting was beyond anything that I had even thought to do. But this is the benefit of having a community and the benefit of having elders. So my class is a very basic class. It's free. It's very basic. It'll tell you what to do. But then when you take an actual live class with an elder, and especially someone like Hugon, he really sat during this class, and I've never seen him do this, but during this particular class, he really sat and had us like, he was going through the whole visualization with us while we were enchanting. And like, it was just beautiful, magical, amazing. Mm-hmm. And that's the benefit of being in a community where there's elders and where you can sit in a live class and do a live lab with somebody who's been doing this for decades and is initiated. And like, this is what they do. Hugon is a professor. He has a degree. He was a college professor. There are people who are in this group because he was their teacher. There are priestesses who are on the website who offer services, who were his students in college. So like, he's not no little small-timey little person. He's not at all. He's not an internet Hugon who's just doing it to internet Hugon. Because those exist. There's internet Hugons, there's internet Iyanifas, there's internet priestesses, internet Mambos.
It's the fake account. Oh, I'm just spit on my apple. It's the fake account.
Because like, y'all need to understand that the people who are at BSN, anybody who is BSN staff, anybody who is Orisha Hoodoo staff really, really does this. We don't just come up here and talk to y'all just to say just to say stuff. We're not just regurgitating information. We're actually doing the work daily and then sharing what we're doing with our community and helping grow our community and teach our community and helping people change their lives for the better and leave these ashy niggas alone, leaving these pissy pussy girls alone.
Yeah.
And really doing something and getting on the path to their destiny. Like, it is not my choice to wear white. I've been wearing white for over a year, but this is my dedication because I really do this every day. I get up at 4:00 in the morning to pray because that is what is required of me. I don't even want to know all the things that Mambo has to do, because the higher you go, the more requirements you have. The more you know, the more that is required. You don't get these. Some people pay for these titles. We paid for our titles, but we paid in work for what we have. We didn't just shell out a few $1,000s, go to a place, rock back and forth and chant for a few hours and get a title. Like, that's not what we did. Like, we have to do this work every single day. If I'm not on my shit, my godmother is coming for me. Okay. And if you've ever seen one of the videos with Reverend Priestess Oshun Funke Iyanifa, you know that she's not about to play no games with nobody. And although I am her godchild, I am an Omo. I have all types of things that I do for her to be of service to her and her coven and her community that she has built. If I'm not on my shit, she's going to tell me. Okay. I've felt the wrath before. Okay. I didn't like it. Okay. I don't like that. We don't want no smoke from my godmama. Okay. Nope. We don't want no smoke from Mambo Say. Okay.
You really don't.
Say is, for me, because I'm not a dumbass, Mambo Say is a very loving, amazing, kind, just a beautiful spirit, but I don't do dumb shit to piss her off. And so that's, you just really have to begin, because she's an elder and she has a big degree. That's Dr. Proctor. Okay. Mm-hmm. The DR. Okay. Mm-hmm. What is her?
The molecular biologist.
Yeah. We're not finna a molecular biologist. Boy, you better.
Y'all better not come for, baby.
No, this is education. These are educated people. My godmother is on the way to get her doctorate, but she has a master's degree in theology, and so she ain't nobody just to be playing with. Okay, she knows a lot about religion and all the religions. So, like, she does this work. She was doing this work before she was initiated, and she continued to do the work. Hugan is a sociologist. His degree is in sociology. He is also a doctor. That's Dr. Shakir. Okay, that's Dr. Shakir. Put some respect on these people's names. These ain't just people that decided all of a sudden they wanted to be on the internet and start talking about stuff. These are people that are really, really doing this work. They are not lazy, and they are building other people. They're helping other people. They're helping us in very intimate ways, in very intimate settings. Like, they will call us, give us direction. They coach us. Hugan has coached us on business things and how to build our personal business, whether they were spiritual or not. Mm-hmm. He's a crisis manager, and so he has averted some crises for us that were of the non-magical orientation, because that's really what he does. Like, he helps the community. He built Black Spectrum Network so that people in the diaspora could have access to things that we normally wouldn't be able to see. We'd pay thousands of dollars, be scammed a few times, slightly molested in some cases. Like, once you go through some of these ceremonies, you'll be like, oh, that really could have been bad if I was in a different environment. Mm-hmm. We have retreats and stuff where, yes, we have to pay a little bit of money, but he ain't making no money off these retreats. He's not getting rich off of a retreat. It's just so that we have access to the information, access to him that we wouldn't normally have, access to classes, access to the community. and other resources that we just wouldn't have otherwise. And it's such a blessing to have somebody who genuinely cares about your development, your spiritual development, your personal well-being, and not just trying to get a little bit of money for you. So yeah, these classes sometimes cost $30. Yeah, readings are $150. Some of them are more than that, depending upon what you got to do. But the amount of experience and well thought out planning that goes into these things is why it's not, we're going to do a little bit more than $5. I'm sorry. We're not doing,
and it's you investing in yourself. You're paying for that money is energy. So then you're doing an exchange of energy. You are paying for a service. You get up, you go buy all them Christmas presents for your kids, whatever price. Because you're paying for that service of labor that went into the physical manifestation of this toy or this item coming forward. So then you get over here. So, you done bought this, I don't know how much the PS5s. My kids are not there yet, but I can only imagine. But I'm a hustler, baby, so that money is mine. Anywho, anywhere, anytime. But actually, I'm not kidding. But so anywho, back to this nice topic. But anyway, so you've paid this money for these toys or whatever item it is, $500. I did all this overtime. These kids better appreciate me. Woo. Nobody want to hear that. So then you get over here and you click on the page. Oh, $150. Oh, yeah. That need to be a little cheaper. People doing it for $85. Then go get it. I don't give a fuck. I really got to stop cussing because I got on these little godly whites. I don't give a rat-a-tat-tat today.
We don't give ratatouille.
I don't give a ratatouille about whatever you talking about. Because if you sit here, okay, look at your bank statement. Sis, bruh. I do apologize if, my ignorance, I do not know any other ways to identify.
Person.
I do apologize. Person.
Hey, person.
I person. So, here's where we are. Look at your bank statement. You know where I'm going. Thickums. Thick. Because I've had to pull my own bank statement. I got to check myself. I wreck myself, baby. Inches within wrecking myself. What are bank statements? Where's that money going? And how much of that money is there?
You invest in all your time into
McDonald's, Sonic, Taco Bell. And it's okay to have that. Ain't nobody saying that you can't have it. This ain't we pushing veganism and all of that. Ain't nobody pushing no type of labels over here, because that's what a lot of other people seem to think too sometimes. Is just because you're spiritual means that you have to eat, plant-based 24/7 and all.
Nope.
Because I'm a bust a burger down.
I'm eating some very low vibrational pizza right now.
But it's gonna be turkey though. Gonna do turkey. But I will eat some beef stew. And I might go eat a cupcake. But I'm not gonna do all of that at one time. And I'm not gonna do no big old portion. I'm gonna do much control. But anyway, we're not pushing labels here, is what I'm saying. Ain't nobody pushing no type of label. Well, these children is in here doing something that made me lose my thought. But anyway, so yeah, we're not pushing labels, but yeah, my thought is gone from my distractions. My distractions.
But what are you spending money on for real?
Yes, where is your money going? How when you start to track that, Just start to call that money back. All right, so I see this month alone, I stopped 55 times at Checkers.
Ooh.
It's salty, baby. That shit's salty. Salty.
I mean, them
Take
fries
care
is
of
good.
yourself.
Them fries is real good. But they're not good for you. It's okay to have them every
It's not
now and then.
55 times good.
It's okay to have it every now and then. Okay?
But not 55
All
times.
things in moderation. All things in moderation. But actually,
Maybe knock that 55 down to 1. You need a drastic change. Them fries do be busting out.
fries be buzzing. Listen, that was one of the first things I had when I got off my fast.
Myself.
I'm not even gonna hold y'all. One of the first things I had, we had our anniversary on Monday, and because I had to do an extra day because of Thursday, we decided that Monday it was okay to have a day, and it was our anniversary. And we didn't want to go this weekend because of Father's Day, and we didn't want to get caught up in the Father's Day traffic. But ain't nobody outside, so y'all ain't shit for that. Y'all should have took y'all's daddy out to dinner.
Ain't nobody outside.
Y'all should have took y'all daddy out to dinner. For real.
Y'all get them wrong this year.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I definitely had some rallies that day as well. We had tacos, and he had a cheeseburger. I had a taco, and then we had rallies later on that night. We spent like the whole day together. We ain't done that in years. It was a great day. But yeah, them fries be busting. But like you have to really chill. And going along with that, part of that is also like sacrifice and knowing the spirits that walk with you and taking direction. And so for a while, I had the direction in my head that I needed to do something about what I was eating. I wasn't sure exactly what it was yet. And so when my boyfriend brought up the idea of this fast, because he wanted to fast, and I was like, okay, I'll support you in your fast. So we came up with the parameters of our fast, and we did it. But even before that, I was getting the inclination that I needed to do something very specific long term, not just like a little fast here and there. Like I really need to change my eating habits. And during my fast, during one of our classes, one of the coven members mentioned the Eat for Your Blood Type diet. And so I downloaded the app. I paid a little $5 for the app. And I found my blood type. I had to look into my My Chart because I have a My Chart because I go to the doctor. I went to my My Chart, found my blood type, and I looked at the diet, and it was very similar to the fast that I was doing. And so now that I've seen it, I'm now consciously making slow changes. I'm not doing it all at once, but I'm consciously making myself get in alignment with that type of diet, which was already in alignment with what I felt Obatala telling me the whole time, because Obatala is big on health. For those of you that don't know that, Obatala is very big on, people see him as the chief of white, and so purity and all that, but that purity is not just spiritual, it's physical as well. And so being more conscious of what you put in your body is a thing. It's not like perfect. Like he doesn't want people to be vegan. That's not what the typical child of Obatala has to do. But being more aware of what you're doing. That's also part of service and sacrifice. And in the long run, because every time we have an event, we have to fast some kind of way. And so because what goes into your body is important, and it does really affect our spiritual abilities. It affects your gifts, even if you don't know it. It affects your gifts. And so, again, that doesn't mean you have to be vegan, but you should really work with your spiritual court to figure out what it is that you are supposed to be doing. So I'm supposed to be like basically pescatarian. I can have some of the seafood, but I'm not supposed to be having red meat and chicken and pork. I'm not really supposed to have any of that. Dairy, not supposed to have any of that. And so that's where I was leaning toward anyway. But now that I've seen it and I keep getting the urge, now I have to like convert. It's going to take me a little bit. I just had some pizza. Y'all saw me. That had pork all over the bitch. Okay. But I'm working towards a life where I have, if I'm going to have those things, it's going to be, maybe once every few months and not where I'm constantly shoving meat in my face every day, unless it's my man. But anyway,
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got
Let
no
me back
restrictions.
up a bit.
I ain't got no restrictions on that.
I am undone. I am undone.
I have no restrictions
So
on that.
let's talk about how you know we have so if you're in the Black Spectrum Network Discord, you'll see that there are ceremonies that happen. Sometimes you don't see so you have some who like to get up from a baptism feeling a little spicy,
A little saucy.
little extra, got a little extra sauce. You've completed a baptism or some form of initiations,
You got your aleke.
and now I'm out here finna damn Superman off this roof. I'ma fly. You can't tell me nothing. I'ma cut your lights off. I'ma turn you into a frog. You a toad. Your mama a toad, and your daddy a toad. Matter of fact, your granddaddy gonna be a predator bird and gonna eat all of y'all. Like,
I'm going to sick
and
my
you coming
ancestors on you because ancestors
feel
are
like this.
not Pokemon, okay? I'm going
Yes,
to say
they
this.
are Pikachu.
I'm gonna say this again. Mambo Soleil said this in our Foundations of Faith live that we did about almost a year ago now. Your ancestors and the Orisha and the Loa and the spirits that walk with you are not motherfucking Pokemon. Okay? You can't just throw them at somebody and expect to unleash havoc upon their life. That's not how that works. That's not how that works at all. Because if you did a divination first, if you did a divination, you would find out if you were even allowed to do all that. Second of all, great grandma, I choose you is not a thing. Okay. Okay?
Y'all better leave Nana alone.
I'm not calling Naza Blackburn. Okay. I'm not
Y'all
calling
better let Nana sit down. Let
you.
that baby get some milk.
I'm not going to waste her energy on you. Do you hear me? And why would I get her when I got Igungun and Elevator?
Have you ever seen great grandma fight? Can she fight? Can she throw
Listen,
hands? Because if
my
she can't throw
great-grandmother
hands,
was
I ain't trying to
small.
call on her. I need to call on Uncle Pookie and my cousin BJ and all of the, I need to call on them because I know that they got some hands on them.
Listen,
I'm not calling Nana to come fight when she was always in church unless I'm wanting her to send up some of them church prayers to bind my target. Then I'm gonna
okay.
send my
If I
cousin
need
them on there,
protection,
hit them with that sneak at night. Like, come on, get creative with it, baby.
if I need
But y'all
protection,
can't do that because y'all ancestors ain't fed. They hungry and they tired. They thirsty.
you ain't
They
even fed
drinking
them.
dirty water.
You ain't even fed them. What they gonna do? You don't feed
You ain't
them.
took a bath and you ain't washed your altar.
You don't feed your ancestors. You don't clean their altar. You don't even talk to them. And when you talk about them, you talk crazy about them. So why would they do anything for you? Let alone go attack somebody. Why they gonna go after that girl's? Why they going after that man's baby mama? Why? Why are you sicking him on that man's baby mama? Or if you the baby mama, why are you sicking him on that man's new girlfriend? Because you still want that
because I want him back.
Why?
Because I want him back.
Why?
Because I want. Because that's what I want.
He would have.
That's what I'm paying you for a service. I'm paying you for a service to get him back. I didn't ask you for the specifications of why. I didn't disclose that with you because you don't need to know that.
But
what
see,
you
we do
need to
divinations
is
over
your
here,
job
baby.
and get him back. You need to connect point A to point B.
We do divinations over here, baby. We not finna do no kind of work without a divination. And the spirits will tell on you. And so when you get these little low level baptisms, basically, because a leke is basically a baptism in Orisha traditions, you get these baptisms, you have a little bit more access. Yes, you kind of have a new pathway. Yes, you have maybe removed a little bit of some prior blockages, exposed yourself to some new things. But that don't mean that they're gonna jump just because you said jump, just because you got a bead around your neck. They don't, ma'am. Have you built a relationship with them? Have you given them any praise, any offerings, anything like that? They're not finna jump. And these honey jars are the same thing. What? Why? We got pea jars and honey jars. Why? First of all,
why is the pea back?
The pea bag. But listen, honey jars are for things work slow. So if you need anything fast, don't do a jar. Let's just start there. If you got a court case, don't do no motherfucking jar. If you really like on a budget and you really like Dollar Tree priestessing, which needs to happen sometimes, get a candle, okay? But don't use a jar. First of all, honey's expensive, okay? Very expensive. Use that for your defense, okay? Stop playing. But honey work moves slow. So for things you want to last long or to sweeten outcomes, that's what you would use a honey jar for. If you got to use a honey jar, okay? For your enchantment of your children, I had a whole class. It's on my YouTube channel. Enchanting your children with your cycle. If you're going to use some menstrual blood, use it to heal your children. Use it to heal your bloodline. Don't use it to trap a man, because menstrual blood, that ain't the right type of blood to use for that. Actually. And
Love That's all I got. That's all I got.
Love Goddess told us that about a week ago.
But you know they're gonna be like, that's all I got. But that's all I got.
No, don't do it.
And that's
maybe they pissing in jars too. And they putting people in the jar.
That's what he liked.
And freezer spells. You putting your bills in the freezer thinking this is Please go to Christian hell right now.
The electric bill.
Because all that's going to do is get your lights cut off because you done froze the electricity. Electricity has to move. And if you put it into a state where it can't move, your lights going to get cut off, baby. Come on, use some sense, baby.
Those weren't the intentions.
And this comes also from an understanding of, in Orisha traditions, Aje Olokun. That's currency, okay? Currency has to flow. And you have to be willing to let go of currency and let it flow into things. Thank your bills for the energy that they gave you, because that internet bill provided your ability to take these classes. It provided your ability to do your job and work from home. Your phone bill provides you the opportunity to talk to your family, to talk to your friends, to connect with people on Facebook. Okay. Your electric bill gives you light inside your house, so you don't have all these damn candles and causing fire hazards. Your gas bill gives you heat in the winter, gives you, in some cases, hot water, depending upon where you live. And you need that in order to have a life that isn't what we would consider in this modern time squalor, but the way that our ancestors lived. So what you're saying is you cool with living in a hut, a mud hut, with all the hay and mud, the what's it called, thistle, something like that. You okay with thistle. That? A thatched roof. You okay with a thatched?
When you don't have to. You would be doing the things that you would be crossing over into situations and circumstances that likely your ancestors have already had to face and have already survived through. So why would they then want you to cycle back?
It makes
through that.
Makes no sense.
You're supposed to evolve. Each bloodline is supposed to evolve and elevate. And us as African Americans, children of the diaspora, we're stuck cycling. Just running it damn race. I'm running faster than you, Grandma. No, what? Grandma don't have no legs because she ate them Debbie cakes from last episode. It was Granny who was. I'm sorry, y'all. But anyway, but for real though, for real. But we need to stop and really evaluate where we are in life. Like, honestly, y'all, honestly, why are we still doing the things that we've seen our parents do? The things that our grandparents said that they used to do.
The definition of insanity is
Crowd. Anyone
everybody
wanna,
know it?
right.
Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Why? Did they wasn't living like we live in luxury right now. Let's just be honest. Just merely having indoor plumbing, lights, this here internet shit, these mobile phones, this is luxury. If you were born before like 1990, you remember that other shit, okay? You remember not being able to get a hold of somebody when they went to the store. So you got to pray that they wrote it on the list on a piece of paper, or did they just remember? Because now you done started your cycle and ain't no pads in the house, but you can't call nobody, and you live 15 minutes away in a car from a store.
And most of us didn't have cars.
And a lot of us didn't have cars. We was on public transportation, okay? You got to pay money to go somewhere, sit with all these nasty ass people, okay? Loud ass kids, okay? And then you got to come back. So people who act an ass on airplanes and shit because there's a kid on the airplane that's upset and, you know, crying or whatever. Okay, it's public transportation. Have you never been on a bus before?
Mm-hmm.
Have you never been in a restaurant before? Like, what makes you so entitled that you can't understand the human condition? Like, it don't even matter if you don't have kids. You know that babies cry, right? Babies cry. That's just what they do. And they don't want to do it. And if anybody don't want them to do it, it's their motherfucking parents. They parents don't want them to cry, okay? But when it's a baby and it's on a plane, because if they yelled at the baby, you'd be mad. Why are you yelling at the baby? It's just a baby. So what they supposed to do? It's a baby. You can't reason with a baby. Have you ever met a baby? You can't reason with them little motherfuckers.
Maybe they got different type of babies.
You cannot reason with a baby. You can't reason with a toddler for real. Even a good behaved, well-raised toddler is going to cut up when they get upset. They just will. A good, well-behaved 8-year-old, 10-year-old, teenager at times is going to just be a whole fool. You're an adult and you still fighting people. So what makes you think you're a child is any different? You almost 40 fighting people at a freaking boxing ring. Jocelyn Hernandez, Puerto Rican princess. Okay? Almost 40, still fighting people. For what? But you mad because a kid is being a kid? Y'all got to stop this. And being spiritual, don't stop life from lifing. Okay?
It really doesn't.
You're still, especially when you're out of alignment. So it doesn't matter that you do X, Y, and Z all the time. You're supposed to also do A through X. And you skipped some things. And you have to be in alignment. And even when you're in alignment, things will still happen. You still may get sick. You still may get corona. You still may get cancer. You will still have a family member die unexpectedly. Being spiritual doesn't stop life from happening around you at all. Doesn't stop babies from crying. It doesn't stop dogs from barking. It doesn't stop neighbors from fighting. It doesn't stop police from killing niggas on the street for no reason. It doesn't stop scammers from scamming.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. It's just life.
It really doesn't. And that it is what it is. So then you have, like back to what we were talking about with the baptisms. Like, you have people who get up with all of this just hellfire and fury. I'm finna knock the dust off these hoes.
No, you're not.
Just because you receive a sacred name doesn't mean shit.
It does not.
Okay.
And it doesn't mean you're
Um,
also all of a sudden an expert.
yeah,
It doesn't make you better than the people that don't have a sacred name.
not at all.
Doesn't mean that you suddenly don't need a godparent or a mentor.
And that you could be disrespectful to that godparent or that mentor. Like, you just, the decorum is just far, far, far off. I don't care. I don't care. I really don't care. There's literally no reason for people to just hop up and be like, all right, bitch, I'm with the shit. No, sit your ass back down.
Mm-mm. Because if you really took on the energy of that particular event, you'd actually calm the fuck down. You'd sit your ass down somewhere, because that energy that you receive during a baptism or during an aleke is heavy. In the best of circumstances, it's still heavy. It takes time to integrate that experience into your life. And if you too busy doing all this, then you're not integrating anything. Sit your ass down, meditate, go to sleep. I was tired after my aleke. I was tired. I was so glad I didn't drive that time. And when I get my hand to be filed, I'm taking a plane. I decided I'm not driving. I already booked my ticket and everything, because I know I'm going to be tired. I'm going to be tired, and I don't want to have to deal with that.
And it's in the ending results of, I can't speak for elekes. I don't have any, but I know, like with baptisms, the end result is different for everyone. So where she may be tired, some people may have a lot of energy. I don't know. Everyone is different. However, what I am saying is, under no circumstances is it appropriate ever to be disrespectful to anyone. I don't care what their name is not who they are, how they identify. I nip it in the bud. If you know that you have misplaced aggression issues, people who have recently been blocked, if you are watching and you have misplaced aggression issues, like I said, last one, there's some things that you need to seek help for.
Absolutely.
There's literally no reason for you to get upset because there was a shared post about someone, with Hecate in the African tradition religion. Who is she, or who is she any? I don't really know. I wasn't there for all of that. I was there for the comments because I was meddling. So then I saw some people getting a little spicy. I'm like, oh, this post look like it needs me. So I hopped in said post, and they needed me. I just was there for comedic relief at that point. Because it was done. It was done.
So since I posted it, I'll tell you what happened. I saw the post was in a different group that's not BSN related, and somebody who's a godchild of someone of BSN tagged me in it because they know I'm with the shit, right? And the question was, who is Hecate in Orisha? Like, what's the Orisha that Hecate represents? And so I screenshotted it because it was from another group. I couldn't share it. I screenshotted it, posted it in our Orisha Hoodoo Institute group. And I said, don't bring this mess here. We're not doing this. We don't need to have a black version of white people's shit. Okay? Because we have our own shit. The Orisha are the Orisha. The Loa are the Loa. Okay? The Greek gods are the Greek gods. The Roman gods are the Roman gods. We don't need to do this mix and match, random, put together, assimilation, synchronization. We don't need to do that no more. Synchronization happened because we had to hide what we were doing under the guise of Christianity so that we wouldn't get murdered. Okay? But it isn't actually necessary. It doesn't mean that exact Loa is that exact saint. It just means that they are similar enough to where our ancestors could hide it so that we didn't get in trouble or murdered, unalived, I should say. So we didn't get unalived, hung by a tree, by a rope, okay? Beaten, sexually assaulted.
These dogs just started barking. Dogs being loose and licking on people,
Yeah,
fed
like,
to alligators.
fed to alligators. Like that was the only reason why synchronization happened with the Loa and the Orisha. It was not because that was that particular angel. Angels are angels, okay? The Archangel Michael is the Archangel Michael. And if you know how to work with him, he will work with you and you can get shit done, okay? Saint Expedite is Saint Expedite. And if you know how to work with him, he will get shit done. But you better do exactly what the fuck he said do. And you better do it when he said to do it, because he will snatch all that shit plus all your follicles and you will leave you with nothing, okay? He will leave you crying in a corner if you don't do exactly what you said you were going to do when you said you were going to do it in the exact way that he told you to do it.
That goes back to what I said at first about keeping your word.
You cannot play with these deity like that. We don't need an African version of Hecate. We don't. We just don't. We have many things, and we don't need to figure out the African version of Hecate. We don't need to figure out the African version of Athena. Oshun is not Aphrodite, and she is not Athena. Is she similar? Absolutely. They're absolutely similar, but they are not the same. And if you don't have the ancestors and the ancestry to work with Athena or Aphrodite or Hecate, then you should probably leave that alone. Okay? And everything ain't for you. That's part of that entitlement as well. We feel like everything is for us because we're so used to certain religions like Christianity, where everybody's supposed to be able to come. Everybody is welcome. Christianity is for everyone. Anybody can be a priest or a priestess or a nun or do whatever over there. It's not that way in every tradition. It's especially not that way in African traditions. Everything ain't for everybody. Okay. I'm not just going to start calling on Bawon. Okay. I'm not going to do it. Even though I have the lineage and the ancestry to where I could work with Barone, but I'm not going to do it until I have somebody like Hugan, who is a Hugan. If I want something done with Barone, I'm going to go to Hugan. I'm not going to do it myself. I'm going to ask Hugan, like, hey, this is what I need. How can I go about this? And if he says you need Barone and this is what you need to do, and he, I slide him the money and he gives me the things, and then we good. But notice how I said slide him the money. Slide him the money, even though he is my godparents' best friend, I still gotta have to slide him some money if I'm going to ask him to do some work for me or something of that degree where I need something done. It's just part of the thing. But I don't need to go to Hecate. I could because of my Caucasian DNA. I could work with quite a few other pantheons if I want to. Mm-hmm. I'm not trained. So I'm not going to go just meddling and messing with stuff when I don't have a mentor in that. I could throw runes. I'm very Irish, baby. I'm very Celtic. I can do that. Look at me. I've got freckles. Okay. Green eyes. I can do that. But I'm not, because I'm not trained. I'm not going to go mess with that stuff and be disrespectful without the proper training. I haven't even watched the YouTube video. I haven't even taken those steps yet. I've done zero research. So why would I just go messing with the deity when I can't even do the divinations that the deity speak through? Mm-hmm. That's a process. There's protocol. There's a chain of command. Okay? There's a chain of command. You can't just go straight to these deities and expect them to do whatever you want when you have not built a relationship with them and you haven't built a relationship with the ancestors that even worked with them. Why are you going to Hecate? Mm-hmm. Why? You don't even work with your white ancestors. You love to say that you ain't white. You are so African American, you so black, or you so Native American, you don't even want to be African. So you need to stay away from Orisha then. You need to stay away from Loa. You need to stay away from all them white people gods. You need to get with some Native Americans and figure out what they was doing. Because you so Native American, you're not even African. So then stay away from African shit.
Because
You said it, not me.
everybody Cherokee Indian, right?
You
Ain't that what they
said it,
call
not
it?
me.
And I'm like,
Y'all
you're not
need to
even
be-
supposed to call you. That is so offensive. Why is everyone still saying like
Listen, you don't want to be you don't want to be African, fine.
Native American?
Fine. You want to be Native American, fine. Go to a shaman, go to Utah, go to Oklahoma, go sit with them people and learn that culture then.
Yeah.
If you're so convinced that that is your people, go to your tribe. Go to your tribe and learn and sit with them then and learn that shit and leave other people's shit alone. If you don't want to do it the right way, then leave us the fuck alone.
Right.
Don't be in here talking about I'm not African and you trying to work with Oshun. Girl, bye. You trying to work with Ogun because you mad at somebody and you want to start a war. So now you want Ogun. Bye.
That's what they do.
No, we're not doing that.
But
Because
they
you're not
do.
African. Go
They
go
want to
talk
get
to them.
mad.
Go talk to them indigenous peoples gods. Go sit
And
go
it's
sit with the
okay.
earth.
If that is, if that's where your lineage hails from, by all means, no one is saying that that is not what you should do.
I'm encouraging it. I encourage it. Go
It's
sit with them
very,
people.
it's strongly encouraged because everyone needs to have well fed and well venerated ancestors on their team. So if that's what the case is, then by all means, do what you need to do. But just stop with the foolishness because that's really what it boils down to. It's just some damn foolishness. You need a nap
Baby needs some milk.
because I'm upset and I'm gonna have misplaced aggression and I'm about to get on this Facebook. I ain't black no more. I'm something else. And then okay, where do you be something else, baby? So yes.
And you mad at white people because you saying they taking over shit and you talking about, oh well, Aphrodite ain't nothing but Oshun. No, she's not actually. She's not. She's really not. Like we gotta have accountability in our own community. Y'all gotta stop
Right.
with
And
the
then we
foolishness.
don't have that. We
White
have
people,
nothing but a lot of disrespect. Like
yeah.
honestly, it's just a lot of stuff that's just coming out. It's just disrespectful. A lot of it is disrespectful. We don't even respect our own elders in our own life. So then you sit before elders who may be of a younger age than you or look like a different nationality than you. Like everything just, oh, well, she's acting like this and she's this, she's that. No, because we are in these groups 24/7 and we are sick and damn tired of seeing everyone coming here with this full-fledged entitlement to disrespect. You're disrespectful to your ancestors. Well, do you disrespectful to yourself, to your ancestors, and then you're disrespectful to those who have made this platform for you to waltz your ass on here to and act a fool. And then you want to get mad when the admins come and they are correcting your behavior or they're correcting what you've said because, okay, well, we are going to get you trained the way that we know. So if the Chinese money on the ancestral altar, ALTAR, love, AR, because we're not altering anything. This is an altar, ALTAR, baby. Okay. Um. So yes, let's also make sure that we're watching how we're spelling. Because spell, what's a spell? We always sit here asking for a love spell and a money spell, but we're not gonna take the time to learn how to spell. But I want to spell, but I can't spell. But I want that spell that I can't spell because I'm entitled. So then I get told I need to do a divination. I'm not doing no motherfucking divination. That's why I posted this anonymous. You gonna tell me that spell
And not.
how
And
you
isn't.
gonna anonymously bully me?
And ain't.
How you gonna bully me? What's that? That looks like dirt. So, what we're not going to do is continue to be disrespectful. Or those in the Facebook chat groups know you will be blocked, as the word last night said, expeditiously. Like as soon as that post come through, boom, nah, next. And then you got people leaving thumbs up. The post got deleted. What is that? Oh, why? Cool. Yeah, deleted post.
Listen, and depending upon the person, I not only will delete you and ban you, but I will ban and delete all of your activity from the last 7 days.
And the future accounts.
And future accounts. Baby, you're not going to come in here
like
and
some of y'all are
people.
really just out here really being disrespectful. And the thing is that you're being disrespectful to a lot of our godparents. So then the godchildren are coming up like, all right, so what you're not going to do is this. If we are saying that you need to do divination, then go learn how to do a divination. Hey, I'm not sure how to do a divination. We're going to send you the link in the chat. And then that's up to you to click that link, because we are no longer going to be what? Lazy spiritualists. We are going to start clicking the links that the admin, because we have ADMIN next to our names. Admin. We have that next to our names. If you see admin next to the name in the Melanated Witchcraft group and or the Orisha Hoodoo group, understand that we are your trusted source. 9 chances out of 10, most of us are doing readings somewhere on one of our many pages within our network, or we are under the advisement of our godmother or our godfather, who is then instructing us on what we need to do. So either way it goes, if you hop on there being disrespectful to them, then we gonna come at you. That's not it. So we're gonna start clicking the links, because we're gonna start holding ourselves accountable. We are not going to continue to have misplaced aggression because I'm mad at Omoworare for posting something and this ain't my post, but I'm gonna still get smart. But why would you? You went down.
They might be the same. We don't know. The guns
really
didn't even come out.
There were no guns
for real. Nobody knows.
The guns, because it could be, and you're right, it could be. But this ain't that post. We said what you not finna do is come here with this. And here, I'm gonna come here with this. La la la. Oh no, I'm getting blocked.
I let that go too. It was only because he came from my Arabian ring, which is sister. He went to her inbox being crazy. And I said, oh, no.
It's time to go, baby.
Block and ban. Because you can cuss me out, and I usually let it go because I am at peace. Okay. Obatala stays here on this head. And Obatala Talabi in that indifference, baby, because I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But I am responsible for my community. I'm responsible for my sisters.
Mm-hmm.
And what you're not going to do is come in here and disrespect people, especially not my sister. Because I will throw hands over Omo Jole. Okay? I will throw hands over Priestess Omo Shule. I will throw hands over Priestess Anansi. I will throw hands over my godmother. Like, I heard about a situation that I wasn't present for, and I said, this is why I wasn't there, because I planned to be there and I wasn't, because I would have got up and put hands on that person for disrespecting my godmother in front of people. And you knew you're not even in the coven. You're just somebody who saw her online and you were entitled to her presence and her attention. I think the fuck not. No, I will throw hands over Mambo Marinet. Okay. Don't play with me. I would throw hands over Mambo Say and Mambo Soleil. I would throw hands over Hugan because he's a guy. He can't be really interacting with y'all like that. And but he got me, and I'm good.
He got me.
Let's go. I volunteer as tribute. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Listen, y'all not finna do that, okay? Mm-hmm. And especially with these new people, y'all not about to come in here and give all this misinformation and these uneducated TikTok principles in the group and try to pass them off as fact when you have never even sat through a class on Orisha. You have never sat through a class on a Loa. You don't even have an altar to be talking about ancestral veneration and telling people that they can go on ahead and put that little marshmallow moon pie on there every day and leave it.
What is that actually? What are those?
It's disgusting. And my small person, my daughter likes them. I can't. Not finna do it. It's got coconut and marshmallow. No, ma'am. I can't.
That's a lot.
That's a them thing. That's not for me. I'm not gonna yuck nobody's yum, but yuck. I don't like it. It's not for me.
It doesn't sound appealing. I see them all the time, but I just walk past them and I'm like,
it's not for me. And I'm damn sure
I
not
don't want
gonna
a
give it.
pie. I don't want to eat the moon. I like the moon.
I'm not.
I don't want to eat the moon.
And yes, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put this up on the screen. Then you got the nerve to go to other groups and start talking trash, not knowing that we're also in those groups. And some of those groups I moderate for groups that are not in BSN. So when you
see you,
I can still see you. Okay. I can still see you, and I can still block and ban you
from crystals for the ancestors.
Listen, you don't even know what that crystal do. You don't even know what it does, and you over there putting it in the moonlight, and it's one that needs sun. Or you out there putting it outside, and it's raining, and now it's about to melt and weather away because it can't get wet because you don't know nothing about it.
And they don't know how to properly cleanse them, how to properly charge them, how to properly wake them up and enchant them. You just go around and put them in your pocket and you got a pocket full of damn rocks, because that's all it is. When you got them in there and they are not enchanted, you got a damn pocket full of fucking rocks. You would be better off with a pocket full of coal.
Especially if you get it from places that mass produce them. So like I have crystals on my site, and we do have something called pocket full of stones. And so the intentions of those stones match your intention. But when you get that, you still need to cleanse those babies energetically. You need to charge them. You need to pray over them. You need to bless them and enchant them and ask them to do something. You can't just put it in your pocket and then expect it to do some shit.
You mean it don't come ready?
You got to actually put some work into it. This is energy.
With directions on exactly what I need to do at what time.
See, no, what you need to do is go on ahead and use Rabbi Babalawo.
I want my money back.
For Google.
I want my money back.
Go on ahead. Some things are Googleable. Okay? Some things are Googleable.
Because that's what we see. Those are the things we see.
You can do research. You can start your research on Google and then go buy some books. You know how many crystal books I got? Oh, look, there's one right here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, I got a bookmark in it. It's a piece of paper. I hoodooed the fuck out of this bookmark. But look, you see? And it talks about chakras. I use this book as part of my research for my chakra classes. I used books.
And see, what we're saying here, y'all, is that a lot of the things that you see us presenting to you, we've studied. There are studies that have to go on. There are classes that we have to take. There are things that we have to learn, because you're never at a point where you know everything. So we know that sometimes you all don't know to cleanse your items and to charge your items. But guess what? This is a free chit chat. Y'all spend more time watching reruns of, I don't know, some random
Basketball Wives,
somebody.
Hip Hop, Black, what is it called? Black Ink. Y'all watch all that
time.
Y'all have a Zeus. Y'all have a Zeus subscription. You watching all of Jocelyn's bullshit and her cabaret and all that stuff. You know every fight she's ever been in, but you still don't know how to read tarot cards. But you want somebody to do divinations for you, or you want to pull the cards and then say, "What does this mean to you?" That don't mean shit to me.
You spend more time texting that baby that don't want you, and y'all ripping and running, and see, lessons. But y'all spend more time doing all of these other mindless things when literally sitting for an hour and some change and letting us talk to you about different misconceptions and letting those things just branch off into conversations that clearly someone here needs to hear. We don't dictate these, we don't script this, that we're dropping gems that are just coming and someone needs to hear it. Okay. So again, we're not saying that, you wake up and you know that you need to cleanse this and you need to charge this and you need to do this and you need to do that, but we're telling you what you should do. So then you should take the initiative of, okay, you know what, I didn't have a pen and paper with me, so I'm gonna wait until this is done and I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna rewatch this and I'm gonna get to that point where they're talking about the crystals, because I'm really interested in crystals and I want to know more about it. So then I'm going to write down what it is that I need. I need to know how to cleanse my crystals. I need to know how to charge my crystals. I need to know what the crystal does. I need to know the name of the crystal. I need to know all of these things. So then I'm going to start looking through the files for books about crystals. Then I'm going to download those books. And then I'm going to set myself on a regimen, at least 30 minutes a day, making a sacrifice from whatever the fuck it is you do, 30 minutes a day of quiet time. So put your babies to bed. If you're taking care of your loved ones, make sure they tucked in, whatever the case may be. Get off of work, because they don't need to be no audio book. Honestly, I love audiobooks, but I tune things out. And I know for me, so understand your learning style as well. Know that. Know your learning style. Because it may be reading a book ain't what you need to do. Maybe you need to listen to it. Maybe you need to read it and listen to it. Maybe you need to, I don't know, have someone reading it to you on YouTube. So you need to see a physical person sitting here with this book cracked open because you got trust issues and you don't know if they're telling you the right page number. Okay. Whatever. Because there's many things happening out here in the world. But you need to take those initiatives and those steps and start learning on your own. We are not promoting lone witching.
No.
At all. But sometimes you have those moments in life where you need that quiet study time.
You still have to study. This isn't like you don't get a study partner all the time. You still have to do the work. When I started the chakra series last year and I started doing the chakra work before that, I wasn't doing that with nobody else. I had to do it myself first, so that when I started teaching these classes, I knew what the fuck I was talking about. Okay? And I could speak to my experience, and maybe my experience could help other people watching the class. These books, listen, I've had this book. Actually, my kids bought me this book for my birthday years ago. So I've had this book for a while before I was ever in BSN. But my kids knew me. They knew the path I was on. They're like, Mommy likes crystals. I'm going to get her a crystal book. That's what they did. And here it is. And I used this baby. Okay? I used this baby. And it got compositions.
Let me go get my baby.
You going to go get your baby? Okay? But this book has like the compositions of crystals in it. Okay, it talks about colors, it talks about clearing and balancing, it talks about the sun and the mind, stones from space, the fundamentals of the colors and why they matter, even in food, why it matters, and then how they correspond with chakras and kundalini. Like, this is a small book. It's a couple hundred pages. It's less than 300 pages, but this book was very helpful in all manners of spirituality, because it talks about crystals, it talks about colors, it talks about chakras. Those are all very important. These are all very base level things. Yes, we practice African spiritual traditions. However, some things are just universal. Okay.
Exactly.
Chakras are universal. Everybody got chakras. And every pantheon has ways to work with your chakras,
yes,
with your designated spirits. We talk about this all the time in my chakra classes. We had the class that I had yesterday. We were doing the heart chakra, And we actually talked about 3 different orisha that can help you with work on your heart chakra, because that's just the work. That is just the work. There's Loa. I don't know which ones they are, but there's Loa that can help you work through your chakra work in a proper way. You can use Greek gods to do chakra work. I don't know how, because that's not my thing, but you can. But you have to actually sit and research and sit with elders that can teach you this type of thing. I know how to do it because my godmother taught me. I sat through these classes, I took notes, and then I did the work. I did the meditations that she gave us. I did the assignments. I did the spiritual baths for 9 days, repeating the same Oriki in darkness, sleeping on all white, wearing all white to bed. This is before I was even wearing all white. This is when I first started. Month 2 of me being in there, and I am doing regular regimens to meditate with these energies so that I can understand them and use them accordingly when necessary, and show respect and reverence for them.
Yes.
And that's part of the work. You have to work with these entities. I wasn't asking them for nothing. I didn't ask them for a single thing. I didn't ask them to do any work on my behalf at all. I said the Oriki, and I sat in that bathtub with salt and a certain amount of candles, said that Oriki a certain amount of times, meditated for a certain amount of times for 9 days straight. Because that's what I was told to do. And I did it, and I had an experience with that energy, that I know that energy now. When it enters my life, I can recognize it because I took the time to do it. And then I did it again. I didn't just do it the one time because it was an assignment. Go figure. I did it again and again. I say the same stuff. I have an opening ritual to my day every day that my godmother did not give me. She gave me part of it, but then I added other parts to it because I have certain energies that are with me, and I need those energies. And so I have an opening to my day where I give reverence and respect and thanks to those energies that walk with me every day. I don't be asking them for nothing. It's just a regular basic prayer that my godmother gave us at some point in my mentorship that I've integrated into my daily practice. And then there's one Orisha that she didn't give me anything on. And so I had to use Rabbi Baba Google and find little pieces here, little pieces there. And then I had to practice and see what worked for me. I said a prayer. Didn't nothing happen? Say it for about 2 more days. Didn't see no change. All right, that's not the one I need. Say a different one. Okay, I see a little action. So let me take this part from here. Take this part from here. Add a little sprinkle, razzle dazzle to what I need personally that coincides, and then say that prayer. And then boom, things happen. You can remix information. It's okay. Because this is your practice. But you have to practice. You can't just expect somebody to give you something and it worked just because they gave it to you, because that was what they got from their godparent, or that's what works for them. It doesn't mean that's what's going to work for you. You have to sit and really work with the energies you are working with. It's crazy.
I'm sorry, y'all. It's this bird that's like right here in front of me. It's been right here the whole time.
It's gonna poop on you. It's gonna rain on your head.
I'm gonna need it not to. I'm trying to protect my whites, baby. But this is my baby. Y'all see my baby?
Oh, I got that one too. It's right here.
So,
Twinsies.
So this book, I heard about this book in one of the paid BSN classes when I first started on my journey here with Black Spectrum Network, and I was in the free mentorship because I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but I know I needed some mentoring. Okay, so this book, it is not a book that I rely on, but it's a book that I love to have near me. Sometimes I have brain muddling, and sometimes I flip through here and get a little encouragement. So, it tells you certain little, I know y'all can't see it, but you know what that means, invest in the book. But if you don't have it, honestly, like really, this is a really good book. It's a book of correspondences. So let's see. Let's get, we're not
That
gonna
book
read
is
nothing that's
amazing.
too
I'm gonna just tell y'all right now, every Llewellyn book that I've ever seen
mm-hmm.
is really well thought out and helpful. You
Yep.
don't need every part of it, okay? You don't need all the things
You
in it,
don't.
but it is very helpful for intentions and colors and tarot and like figuring
Yes.
out what those things mean and really learning them at a deeper level, not just the surface
Mm-hmm.
level. So your little tarot book can tell you, yes, this means peace, nourishment,
Mm-hmm.
and divinity. But does that tell you anything? No. You get
Mm-mm.
this book, it gives you a little bit more, but you still have to
Yeah,
sit and
it gives you a little bit more, but it's not the end all be all, because we know that with Black Spectrum Network, you are going to learn how to divine, and you are going to learn how to meditate. You are going to learn how to hear from your ancestors in whatever way that they speak to you, and your spiritual court as well. When you have those things plus just additional knowledge, more information starts to become downloaded to you about those certain correspondences, different things that you may not have once known. You would receive a message on, likely, if it's something that you need to know that's going to be beneficial to you, with whatever it is that you're working on and how your intentions align. So, with all of that being said, sometimes the books are good to have, but they are not something that needs to become what is it, a crutch? Yes.
crutch.
You don't want it to become a crutch. You don't want it to be something that this is the only thing that you know. Because guess what? I was in the free mentorship, learning how to divine, learning tarot, learning all of those things before I picked up that book. It wasn't until I learned how to do the 30-day white candle ritual and I understood what happened. Then I started beginning to understand my divinations, what my divinations were telling me. So then I was able to go back and honestly do it again. And now I have experience. So okay, now I kind of know what this King of Pentacles means, or I know what this Two of Cups means, or I know what the Empress means. I know what these cards mean. I know now what is yes, what is no. I know, all of these things now. Right. In whichever way they speak to you, that part, it seems that everyone thinks that they're supposed to have the same spiritual gifts or hear their spiritual court the exact way as the person next to them. And that is true. These are things that we see where you have people who have that entitlement, and then it comes off again as it's disrespectful to your spiritual court. You're literally telling them, I don't want to hear you this way because Omoworare hears you this way, and I want to do it the way that she does because it's working for her. I don't know how to come seek you for myself. How is that? How do you not know how to speak? And they do speak differently. But how is that you don't know how to seek your own ancestors for yourself? Do you not have the altar up, or do you not just meditate with them, talk to them?
No,
No.
because they only go into them because they want something, if they go to them at all.
So we want to be out here in these streets with misplaced aggression when somebody checks your triggered ass. Because what you're not going to do is try to run these ancestors hot. Let's let them lay where they are. Then if that's what you're going to do and be disrespectful and stuff, let somebody else. Because if you don't want to change how you are, then what kind of energy are you expecting them to give you? If you're not willing to, enhance your life, and you're not willing to take practical steps to, get yourself in alignment and find out what an alignment is for you. Because what's in alignment for me is not what's in alignment for you. I can do certain things that you may or may not be able to, but I'm not saying that we all don't have the same gifts, because we all are here. So we all have gifts. We all have the gifts. I just may how to know I may know how to work this side, but you may know how to work that side. That doesn't mean that we can't work together, but you're too busy trying to do what I do, or I'm too busy trying to do what you do. Hold on, first off, because that ain't finna happen, because I'm not finna do what y'all do. I don't give a fuck. I'm over here, I done put in work, leave
Y'all
me
not
alone.
gonna get me messed up.
Leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Because that right there, that pisses me off. Please leave me alone. Leave anybody alone. You don't know what someone has had to go through to get to where they are. You be very careful. Talk about, I want to be just like them. Be very, very, very careful. You never know the debts and the prices that someone has had to pay. You never know the situations that someone has had to go through and endure for them to be who they are today. Be very careful.
The
Very, very
sacrifice. You have no idea the sacrifice. People are always like, oh my God, Omoworare, you are so like with these people. You are, so you handle that so well. You're so calm and peaceful. I want to be like that. Yeah, I understand that you want to be like that, but do you want to wear all white for over a year? Do you want to have to deal with an angry version of Obatala when you don't listen? The sacrifices, when you hear that voice, that loud booming voice? Because let me tell you, for me, Obatala sounds like the God voice, okay? And that's not a voice that you want to be mad at you because you decided to be a regular person one day. The standard that I have to live up to is crazy because that is what is required of me.
Mm-hmm.
So people are like, oh, you're always doing this, you're always doing that. Yeah, I am, because that's what's required of me. It's a big sacrifice upon my time. It's grating on the mental sometimes. Sometimes I have whole breakdowns and I just shut down and I cannot be present for anybody but myself for 4 hours, and I sit and I go to sleep. I take naps. They make me go to sleep a lot because of what is required of me. It's exhausting. I had to go to sleep today when I got back from the cemetery. They said, yeah, go ahead, go lay down before your class. I'm in class right now. I'm still in class. I'm still listening. In between things, I am still listening to this whole other class that is going on right here. I'm still in class, listening to that and doing this. Because that's what's required of me. I have to multitask like nobody's business.
Woo, baby.
I'm monitoring these comments. I'm texting people in the coven, and not in the coven, but in the community. And I'm looking at these inboxes and these stupid chats in the melanated group too. And still responding and interacting all while doing this. And I'm watching my kid. Y'all might have saw me when I was directing my attention this way because I had to get a child trying to have 17 popsicles today. It's multitasking.
It's productive. It's productive. Why not? 17.
Why not? They've had 3. Okay. Since we started this class, they've had 3. You hear me?
Look.
Because they thought I wasn't paying attention. And then they saw that I was paying attention.
But we all have real life going on. I mean,
we all have real life going on.
And I have a house full of children right here behind me. It's some of which I may not buy. So, and they got the people in there that they need, but I'm still got to check in on them because I'm mama, me. But we all have real lives. But guess what? We still invested. We still sacrificed. We still saved these coins, and we still treated our ancestors with respect and reverence and honor. And we did the work. The difference between you and me is that I did the work and you're just not. You're not doing it. And that's okay, I guess, if that's what you want.
It's okay. I mean, in the beginning, we can't, for new people, we really don't expect too much because you're new. It takes It takes a lot of
It
time and
does.
dedication to get to the point that we're at. We didn't start off this way, okay? I started off in free mentorship in Arisha Hoodoo Coven, and I did level 1 in like 2 days. And then it took me like 3 months to get to the next level because life started lifing and I wasn't prioritizing my spiritual growth.
It's funny when you said life started life. It's like when you start to elevate, life is about to beat your ass.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to be ready for that because now that's that shadow, that's healing, that's waking up from generational patterns. That's
Mm-hmm.
now being a trailblazer and starting a new pattern. That's
Mm-hmm.
you pulling your whole family with you. And I'm not talking about your cousins and your brother, and I'm talking about your children. I'm not talking about anybody else who ain't on that trip with you because you're using too much energy, pulling people who may or may not need to be coming with you at this time.
Everybody can't come.
Divine. That's about all I can tell you. Especially if you feel your energy being pulled a certain way around a certain person. Some things you may, that's that discernment because, part one, we talking about that discernment and that discretion that you need to have. Y'all go back to part one and watch that because we're not going to talk about that here. But you should have those things activated. Okay. So you have all of these things that are happening now. You got the energy, you got that energy flowing. So life is like, oh, what's this? Energy. Tower moment.
Mm.
And there's beauty in all of that. Okay. One of my tower moments, I just sat there and laughed. I was like, you know what? I know what's about to happen. I know, but this bird is back. Hello, friend.
Listen, tower moments happen a lot, and being spiritual doesn't
They
stop
do.
the paramount tarot
And stop
the
dreading them. Stop dreading them. It's a part of life. It is a part of life. You can't be up loving light all day long. You can't. No, you shouldn't want to operate like that every day. Good morning. Good morning. Good. Don't hurt.
Get
Maybe
somebody
some
else to
days
do
you
it.
need to be a little silent. Maybe some days things have to go a different way to get your attention in a different direction. Maybe things are just what happens within your destiny. Some
Lessons.
things we
Some things
can,
are just lessons.
mm-hmm,
The
and we have to go through
character
them.
development because you.
But divination, proper divination, can help you see those things and know how to sacrifice during those times, know how to sacrifice ahead of time, know how to plan as well as you can in advance. You see that this is about to happen. All right, let me go on and just stack the coins real quick. Something that can help that tower moment be a little bit more manageable. It's going to be manageable regardless because life, and life is going to do what life is going to do. But we can see with proper divination, learn how to divine. Honestly, you could see a lot of things and possibly even save yourself a lot of time in life with just learning how to divine properly. Not
Mhm.
that stuff that you see people pulling out the high priestess card on TikTok and talking about something damn stupid. Your husband coming back and he missed you, and he gonna send you a letter in the mail with some money in it.
Lord.
We're not doing that. These are real divinations that you are learning real, honestly, it's real occult knowledge. And most of it is provided here for free. So
For
I
free.
don't get it. I really don't. I don't. And I know y'all probably like, she keep talking about stuff for free. Yeah, because y'all get mad if I talk about stuff that you got to pay for. So you're going to get mad if it's free. You're going to get mad if you got to actually dig in your energy and give an exchange of energy for something that's a little bit more high level. Something that someone actually had to curate and sit with their Orisha, with their Loa, and come together, or with their ancestors and get this, because y'all love a spell get this spell, this conjure work for you all, so that the energy that is appropriately placed within this specific class is actually going to benefit from what it is that's being pushed out there. So these are things that have been done in the forefront. So we're not going to talk about stuff that, we clearly got to pay for. We only going to talk about stuff that's free, because clearly free is still triggering. You have access to all of these free things. Y'all, stop being lazy. We started with this whole thing about lazy. We'll end with this thing about being lazy. Stop being lazy. Stop. Say it with me. I will stop being lazy. I will stop being lazy. I am not lazy. I am not lazy. I am productive. I am productive. I am proactive. I am proactive.
I don't think y'all even understand what just happened.
Okay.
that was
that. Because this doesn't make sense anymore. This doesn't make sense anymore. So clearly y'all want something for free. Dang, you're not even gonna watch the video this song. You ain't gonna hear none of this. None of it. Stop.
We just really did 2-hour classes for free. We ain't getting paid to do none of this. Y'all got mantras, y'all got advice, y'all got knowledge, wisdom, and maybe some understanding about some things. And I ain't got no love donations yet.
Not at all.
So we just did it for free.
Oh, cool. And that's okay, because at this point, maybe this mantra is going to help you stop being damn lazy. Get your ass on AfricanMagicSchool.com. Go view Priestess Omoware's YouTube. Get in my mentorship. There's so many mentorships available, and some are even FREE. Free.
FREE, real freaking free. I'm not a rapper. I could get my daughter could have made up a whole
thing.
Could have did a whole thing about
it's
that.
It's not me either. I just like to,
know my strength.
Why all of these animals are out now. All right, we're gonna figure this out later. Cause
you're gonna need to do a divination when you get in that house.
Because baby, it's been dogs, it's cats now, birds.
It's hot in my house, which is abnormal, and so I didn't cool the energy before we started this class. So I'm wondering if the spirits is just in here running amok, and that's probably why I was tired, because I went to the cemetery. And so they in here just like, go ahead, go back to sleep.
Okay, this is what you want to do, and you see, I'm outside, baby, because why not? But yes, y'all, we're not gonna be lazy anymore. We are not lazy. We are being proactive. We are productive. We are going to change our lives. Why? Because Mambo has instilled this in you. This is now what you're going to do. You're going to do this. I'm persuasive as fuck. Don't get me in person. So I can persuade you through this too. I actually don't even have to talk to you, but
we're going to call you the persuasive priestess.
That's what I do, baby. So it's an art. Y'all should learn.
But they first got to stop being lazy.
Yes, we're not going to be lazy anymore. We are going to read. We are going to read. We are going to watch productive videos, preferably within Black Spectrum Network, because I can only vouch for Black Spectrum Network. I can't vouch for Sally Mae and Mary Beth. I cannot. So I don't know. I can't tell you what works and what don't work, and I don't want to give you bad advice. So Black Spectrum Network is where it is, baby. Go view our content. Watch it. You know how much downtime you have within a day?
A lot. Because I waste a lot of time. As productive as y'all think I am, I waste so much time. I could do more. I know it's hard to believe. I could actually do way more.
We all can do so much more and so much better. And you should want to push yourself to be better. So maybe on that 30-minute lunch break at work, instead of texting,
Texting
little
that
Shawty over
ashy,
there,
texting that
instead
ashy individual.
or being on Facebook or starting shit in somebody's inbox. I'm gonna be messy Mandy today. I'm gonna hop in here. That's why I text your baby daddy. We're not gonna do that today because we are going to set a new path. We are going to break a generational pattern of clearly fucking off your time, procrastinating when it comes to your own spiritual development, being scared of the next steps. I'm scared to post something on a Facebook group that don't nobody know me in. I'm scared to ask my questions because I have anxiety. And I understand, baby. I understand your anxiety. But guess what? It's Facebook love. And we all gonna have to post in that group at some point.
And
And
here's
I
the
was a
thing.
quiet one too. I didn't post.
You can ask certain the anonymous feature is for a reason, okay? It's for
Mhm.
your protection. So
It's not for them bullshit ass posts.
it's not.
It's for people who have those type of anxieties and those type of fear that captivates them to where I physically cannot post. I am afraid that someone is gonna laugh at me. I'm afraid of this. I'm afraid of that. Those fears are real. They are real. They are very real.
But
It's
it's
like
not for
that.
everything. It's not
No,
for
but
fuckery and foolishness because
can I give my pussy to my ancestors?
you knew that question was a bad question, and that's why you wanted to ask it
It's the fact that
anonymously.
you still wanted to post it after you knew it was a bad question.
It's not for the person who suffers. It's for the person who suffers anxiety. It's for the person who's asking about domestic violence but doesn't want to put their business out there. It's for the
Or their
person
picture.
who wants to ask about fertility and doesn't want to put their business out there because they have friends that are in the group and they don't really want to tell them all their business. It's for the person who has a cheating spouse, cheating lover, and wants advice about how to move forward in a productive way. It's not about, I don't like his baby mama and I want to curse that bitch. It's not for that. It's not for
It's
uh,
not.
it's not for my baby daddy beat me and I sent him to jail, but now I want him out. It's not for that. It's not for that either. It's for people who have PTSD, who don't like to speak publicly. That's what it's for. It's not for you to be a ratchet mess and not have nobody judge you for your ratchet ass bullshit. That's not what it's for.
So
And if you
use
took a
that
class,
function wisely.
if you had took a class,
Mm-hmm.
you would have got that answer anyway.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So most definitely, y'all, you know, the more that you can take our classes and invest in yourself, it's going to enhance your life. There are many, many things on, that we promote that are free. Again, because we're not being lazy anymore. We are done with being lazy. We are done not eating fruits and vegetables. We are done not venerating our ancestors properly. We're done not getting an ancestral life path reading because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. We're done with all of that. We're done with these excuses. We're done with the lies that you tell yourself. I'm gonna get this done. Look at you, not even keeping your word to yourself. I'm gonna be a priestess. Keep your word to yourself. Keep your word to your ancestors. Start there. Start there. Okay. Keep all of those books that you download, organize them on your phone, on your laptop. Make little folders in where if you saving them on Google Drive or something, go ahead and make some folders. I have my Google Drive very organized. For me, it makes sense. If that's not how you operate, then okay, let this bit of advice pass you by. But organize it. Label your books. You may have something about alchemy. You may have something about crystals. You may have something about holistic health. You may have something that's about I don't know, hypnosis. You may have all of these different type books, but you got them all muddled and befuddled together. Okay, well for me, I can't think like that because I'm a scroll instead of me looking for the title of what it is that I want. So I'm looking for a book today on alchemy. I'm gonna click on my alchemy folder, and then my books in there are in alphabetical order. Or if I need to put some subcategories in there, I will. Alchemy with energy, alchemy with water, alchemy if I need to get that specific. Whatever works for you. But make sure that the information that you're needing is readily available for you. Save the videos from YouTube in a YouTube folder. There's no reason why you're not using technology when it's right there. If the save button is there, then it allows you to save it, unless I think it's like YouTube Kids or something. I think that's what it is. Like my kids be on YouTube Kids. Anyway, but I think there's many things is what I'm saying. Get you a folder, label it on YouTube, label it, African spirituality from Black Spectrum Network, and put the videos in there that resonate with you or that you're interested in watching. So yeah, I really, 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 really want you all to do better. I honestly do. I honestly do. It's ridiculous that we've even had to come here and do these misconceptions because at this point, y'all got something in y'all head that we doing something over here that we're not, that we are someone over here that we're not, that we got this perfect life and you can't tell me nothing because you ain't never been through nothing. You ain't never seen nothing. You ain't never dealt with nothing, baby. Let me tell you about my life.
You're just so judgmental. You're just judging. This
No,
is supposed to be a safe place. There's not supposed to be any judgment here.
it's as safe as it's going to get. This is a very protected space.
But we're not going to let y'all be stupid. There's a difference. We're not judging you. We're telling y'all. And
We
I'm
can't
not
let
say
we
everybody's being stupid, but we're not just going to let y'all do foolishness. We are not going to let y'all just do foolishness. And we're not going to let you do foolishness in the name of our godparents or in the name of BSN or in the name of OHI. We're not going to do it. You're not going to do foolishness in the name of Mambo Marinet, okay? You're not going to do foolishness in the name of Omoworare Ogbonyomi. You're just not. You're not going to do it. We're not going to let you. It's because we love y'all and we want better for y'all that we are sometimes a little aggressive in the way that we pry. Because what the fuck? Why did you think this was a good idea? Ever. Ever. Y'all yell at y'all's kids worse than what we be yelling at y'all in this group. The same people that be talking about, I'm grown, blah, blah, blah. You don't even pay your own bills. Once that you date, you get niggas to pay your bills because you selling pussy. Just like you tried to give it to your ancestors. So are you grown? Are you? We just don't bring dumb stuff. And we don't try to bring dumb stuff to the group. And we don't want
they don't care.
Lead people and get them to do the dumb stuff with you. You're not doing that. You're not going to be in there misleading our community at all.
And I want to encourage Brianna, please do the Saturday morning group. Don't be embarrassed. I have sciatic nerve damage as well. Honey, and some days that thing be locking up on me. So I know. But push yourself. Keep showing up. Keep doing it. Okay. Yeah. Everybody get in Omoware's Saturday morning groove.
We be having fun. We really do. We be in there clowning half the time. There was not this just past Saturday, not yesterday, but the Saturday before. The first 30 minutes we spent laughing, and that was our first exercise. We laughed,
and that's really a really good exercise, honestly.
It's good for the soul. Wrong with that. Our souls got exercised that first 30 minutes. And then we did some core work, and it's we just basically laying on the floor most of the time. You still gonna feel that shit, but we ain't jumping up and down and doing that. We're not doing that right now. This summer we're working on our core. We're trying to be sexy. We're trying to slim down a little bit in a way that's not going to completely exhaust us. That's what we're doing right now on Saturday morning crew.
So make sure y'all join that.
I'm trying to really work it out because
I told y'all that class is still going.
Well, look, y'all, I'm gonna hop on off, baby.
Yes. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for all your words of wisdom and your
You know I love it,
expertise.
and I love encouraging you all, and I want you all to do better. We've all had a ground zero that we've had to start and build from, and sometimes you may have to revisit that ground zero and rebuild. Divination can help you. Divination can help forecast all of that, and that beautiful word forecast came from Omoware's wonderful, beautiful, just divine godmother,
We love her.
Yanifa, Priestess Oshun Funke. And I adore her as well. So don't start your shit. Cause it will be shit. Ain't no won't start no shit won't know. Cause if you start your shit, it's gonna be that shit. You gonna catch that shit.
Listen, I could get ratchet real quick, and I know all the words to every song ever. Don't start no shit, won't be no shit. And I will
Y'all start that shit so it can be some shit. If that's what you want, some shit in your life. I don't like my life. Okay. I mean, that's what you want to do.
We got some medicine for you.
Instead of just paying for a reading, now you got a lot of other stuff you got to pay for. Love.
Should have just paid for that reading, baby.
Just pay for the reading. What can I do to enhance my life? Stop doing stupid shit. Because most of the time, that's what we're doing.
It is.
Stupid shit got to feel good, baby. Stop it.
Stop it. So, if you're not part of either of the groups, on Facebook, it's Melanated Witchcraft for Black women. It's the one with 24,000 group members. There's another smaller one. This one has 24,000. And then the other one is the Orisha with no H. So it looks like Orisa. The Orisa Hoodoo Institute for Black Americans. That one, men can be in the Orisha one. We do not allow men in the one for women. You must identify as a Black woman. If you are a trans woman, you can be in the group. But we do not allow people who identify as men to be in the melanated group. Regardless of how you identify, you can be in the Orisha Hoodoo Institute group. My YouTube is for everybody. Okay. It's for everybody. Mambo Marinet is going to have a mentorship soon. So if you join those groups, you will get updates and you will know when her mentorship starts. I have classes almost every Saturday. Next Saturday, I will be in Atlanta for the plant medicine retreat. So there will be no Saturday morning group because I will be driving. And there will be no chakra class next week because I will be driving. So all my classes will resume, I believe in July. First week of July is when my next classes come back. So there's that. Stay in touch with us. Love donations if you feel so inclined, and we appreciate all the love donations. And we appreciate those of you who watched and contributed your love by comments. That is a love donation. We appreciate that. You can't really share this video outside of the groups, but if you share my YouTube video, that's a love donation, and we appreciate it. And thank you for spending time with us. We today. We were a little bit more on task today.
Yes. And so, it's always a good thing when we could be on task, but the fun stuff come in at all times.
We still acted up, but
right. But yes, I want to thank everyone. My mentorship is actually here. It is the Mystics Intuition mentorship. In that mentorship, we are heavily focusing on building your intuition and your psychic abilities. You are also learning divination right now. In our current cohort, we are focusing on divination because you cannot do magic without proper divination. And we ain't doing that shit here. You're going to learn how to divine. Okay. So if you want more information, get in the Facebook group because it's posted there. Get in there and search my name. I can do the link.
And if you don't have the links because you're watching this from YouTube, type in my name on Facebook, exactly how it is. And I actually posted this with the links to the groups on my page. So you can just click on the group name and it'll take you there. Make sure you answer the questions. Make sure you read the questions. We are not going to let you in if you don't answer those questions. And if you answer weirdly, and we actually do look at your profiles. We try to avoid letting scammers in as much as possible. Some of them still sneak through.
Yes.
But we try to We don't allow people to take advantage of y'all.
I just sent that to you. I don't know if you could post it to the chat.
Yes,
The
I
chat.
absolutely can.
So
I
that's
do
the
it right
link
now.
to my WhatsApp for the intake for my mentorship. It's open. You know, you could join whenever. It's always an open enrollment.
When we
Uh,
finish, I'm actually going to post it. I'm going to change my description on
okay.
YouTube and add that in there. But I just put it in
Okay.
the comments too.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're
And
welcome.
we have you have, like I said, we're doing divination right now. So right now we're starting with tarot. We will advance. It will go deeper into divination, and you will find a divinatory style that works for you, and a divinatory tool or a divination tool, whichever one that works for you. Again, like in episode 1, we talked about pendulums. We're not doing that. There is specific training that you must go through for a pendulum to work correctly for you. We're not doing that. We are teaching you how to read cards. Not going any further about what else we're going to do because y'all need to join. But we are going to learn divination, and then it will go from there. But we also, do focus on psychic herbalism. So you will learn how to develop relationship with herbs, with items. I mean, we've done cowrie shells with our psychic herbalism, because everything has, that spirit. Everything has a spirit. So not going any further into that. Join my WhatsApp group. Ask questions. Come in there and ask me questions. Ask me, about the mentorship. We have information in there about it for you to read, documents for you to read about the mentorship, and how it all works. So yes, come on in. Let's have a good time. Um, Also, I am in my coven with my godmother. If you are wanting to see where I hail from, or wanting to receive training from my godmother, the drill masters JAVO in the Carolina Voodoo University, we are accepting also new students in there as well. So and those things are also posted as well, for the traditional mentorships. You would on the traditional mentorship information, you would choose Mambo Say. She is my godmother. That that link is also posted on your YouTube, Omoworare.
Yes.
Okay, so that's already on the YouTube. So then you all have everything that you need. Again, we're not going to be lazy, so we're going to click and we're going to read the information, and we're going to digest what settles in with us. Because why? We are not lazy. We are productive, and we are proactive. And I love each and every one of you all. Thank you for taking out the time and investing into us and letting us, have all of this energy that y'all gave us in the chat. All of, love donations, all of that. We love each and every one of you all. Share Omoware's video on YouTube. Let's get this out there. These are messages that many people need to hear. Help us help you help them.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I put the links in the chat. I'll update the description with Mambo Marinette's mentorship link, the link to African Magic Schools in there already. All of our booking links are in there already. So please take your own destiny in your own hands and be responsible for you.
Yes.
We love you guys so
we
much. And remember to keep your head so high you can't even see the haters. Peace.